name is CJ Rosenbaum, and I'm going to give you the top 5 breaking news stories for sellers in 5 minutes. We're going to be talking about good news about suspensions that have stopped or slowed down dramatically, intellectual property right complaints, which are again on the increase in 2 different forms, high ODR rate suspensions, brand protection for private label sellers, and 72-hour notices where you need a well-written, concise, well-supported plan of action very quickly. Okay, intellectual property issues are always big for Amazon sellers. These are absolutely huge issues for third-party sellers around the globe. And I want to let you know that we're seeing an increase in intellectual property cases from 2 different types. We have some companies who are making multiple complaints on multiple ASINs against the same seller or groups of sellers. And then we also have sellers who are receiving multiple complaints from multiple companies. Okay, now let's talk about the latter first. If you're a seller and you start receiving IP complaints from different companies, you need to address those as they come in. Nobody knows when you're going to get suspended, whether it just be a listing suspension as they come in, or eventually your whole account's going to go down. Larger sellers definitely seem to be able to withstand more complaints from more companies before their account goes down. If you are a seller and you have received multiple complaints from the same company, then it's easier than if there are more than one company, because you're dealing with the same brand manager, the same enforcement company, whoever they're using to make the complaints. And when you negotiate for the retraction of one complaint, you're negotiating for all of them all at once. Good news for sellers. Good news for sellers. We continue to see a slowdown in listing violation suspensions based upon pricing. They have practically stopped after they skyrocketed over the last couple of weeks. And we've also seen a dramatic decrease in restricted product suspensions. So second breaking news story is good news for sellers. Listing policy violation suspensions are down. Restricted product suspensions are markedly down, and that is really great news for sellers. Third breaking news story, high ODR rate suspensions are increasing. There's not a huge spike, but we're certainly getting more calls, more emails, and more chats. And those are the 3 basic ways that sellers communicate with us for free consultations. Chats, emails, and phone calls. We are available to sellers, and you need to know, watch your ODR, because they are trickling up in the quantity of suspensions from our 10,000 foot view. Okay, fourth breaking news story, brand protection for private label sellers. As Q3 ends, as Q4 begins, we are seeing more and more private label sellers doing exactly what you should be doing. Obtaining your trademark, getting brand registry, adding something to your warranty, or having us redraft your warranty so other sellers cannot deliver the same products, and making sure that you are making the money on every sale of your products, not your factory, not a hijacker, not someone from a foreign country. Private label sellers, you need to protect your brands and your intellectual property just like the big guys. Okay, fifth breaking news story, 72-hour notices and plans of action. 72-hour notices and plans of action. If you receive a 72-hour notice, I want you to stop, take a deep breath, don't freak out, and do your own deep dive evaluation. What is the issue? What is the root cause? What systemic changes can we make to our business that will be persuasive to Amazon to not suspend you after the 72-hour notice passes, or if you are suspended, to get your account and listings back. Remember, first section of every plan of action, root cause. Second section of every single plan of action, what did you immediately do to try and make that consumer happy or happier? Third section, what are the systemic or long-term changes you are making to your business so that Amazon staff in Hyderabad or Bangalore can feel comfortable reinstating you, knowing that the same complaint is not going to come back again from a consumer, so that seller performance, seller support, will not have to deal with your file again, and they won't look bad. I want each and every single one of you to check out our YouTube channel. On today, you're going to see tons and tons of videos because we caught up with our inventory, how to draft your own plan of action, how to deal with intellectual property issues, what the new terms of service means, what the provisions are and how they affect sellers. The YouTube channel is Rosenbaum Familaro. Rosenbaum Familaro. It is there for sellers. Hundreds of videos for sellers to watch, to learn. There is not an issue that you face that is not addressed either on our YouTube channel, Rosenbaum Familaro, or on our website, AmazonSellersLawyer.com. That's today's breaking news for sellers. If you want to learn more, visit our website, AmazonSellersLawyer.com, and please go to our YouTube channel, Rosenbaum Familaro, and subscribe so that you get a notice for every single new free video for sellers.